Chances are, you've had experience with text-to-speech before. May it be through your assistive technology, the music you listen to, cheating on Spanish tests, or just living through life on our modern day and age. The point is, everyone, including you, have very easy access to text-to-speech. All you need is a stable internet connection, which I know you have because... come on. Anyway, text-to-speech is a form of speech synthesis used to create a spoken version of the text in an electronic document. While most people are astounded by the artificial intelligence that listens to and acts upon commands through Alexa or Siri, the most commonly overlooked portions of these assistants are their extremely realistic voices. Just listen to this sample.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Like most things, text-to-speech has had quite the long invention process to achieve this realism, which started throughout the 20th century. Starting in 1939, Bell Telephone Laboratories revealed a device that they had been working on at the World's Fair held in New York. That device would end up being the Voder, which stands for Voice Operating Demonstrator. This was the first attempt at replicating the synthesization of human speech electronically. By pressing around 15 different keys, the operator could control the phonics that were spoken from the machine. Here's a recording of the first words spoken from it. She saw me. Not only that, but they could also adjust the pitches of the voice, which made room for expression and emphasis.
Who saw you?
She saw me. The Voder was also invented alongside the vocoder, which was originally invented to compress and encrypt frequencies. But it's most commonly known for its usage in music, with my personal favorite example being its usage in Miracle Musical's The Mind Electric. Moving forward in the 20th century, in 1961, two inventors in Bell Labs, Coral Lochbaum and John Kelly, programmed an IBM 7094 computer to speak. However, the revolutionary part of this computer is that it could also sing. It was programmed to sing a song titled Daisy Bell, and actually succeeded in this fairly well. This technology was later developed and more polished over in Japan, but more on that later. The idea of text-to-speech was tinkered around with after this, but the next main notable thing was Texas Instruments' invention of the Speak and Spell in 1979. The Speak and Spell used the first single-chip voice synthesizer, the TMC-0280, which stored the phonics and played them depending on the input that was given to it through the keypad. Along with the Speak and Spell, Texas Instruments offered a plug-in speech synthesizer add-on to their TI-99 home computer. They also offered different cartridges which could expand its vocabulary. Soon after, SAM, or the Software Automatic Mouth, arrived on the market in 1979 that didn't require any additional hardware, as it was actually the first text-to-speech program which was entirely software. It was invented by Mark Barton and was released on several devices, those being the Apple II, Commodore 64, Lisa, and Atari 8-bit. Thanks to it being software-based, SAM could keep up with the simplest hardware options at the time, despite it sounding slightly distorted. This technology actually caught the eye of Apple, who provided Mark with an early model of the original Mac to port SAM onto it. Its performance then caught the attention of Steve Jobs, who insisted on having the Macintosh actually speak during its debut presentation.
Hello, I am Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bag.
After a few tweaks and name changes, being Macintalk and later Plain Talk, SAM is still available in Mac OS X. It was also given a multitude of voice banks to make the voice sound different. Moving on to the more modern age, a lot of work has been put into making the multitude of voices behind assistants like Siri, Google, Cortana more realistic. And as we approach the future, these voices are only getting more realistic. Remember when I was talking about the singing portion of this technology being explored more in Japan? Well, in 2004, the Yamaha Corporation released a program entirely dedicated to this technology under the name of Daisy, which is an obvious reference to the song that sparked this technology. However, due to copyright, the name was dropped in favor of the name Vocaloid. The program was fairly easy to understand. You were given a bunch of voice banks which you could then give lyrics for them to sing, and then tune them to whichever song you wanted to make. The most popular of these banks is Hatsune Miku, who, while a robot, is treated like an actual celebrity. In fact, here's an example of one of her more popular songs. She's featured in several songs that specifically only credit her, despite only being essentially an instrument. She has conventions based around her, And she even holds actual concerts featuring her songs, along with hologram technology so that it looks like she's really there. While we're on the subject of robotic singers, I feel that I should also bring up the usage of AI voice replication, which is used for both speaking and singing. While some of it is funny,
Who's a good boy?
I am not your good boy, Mandalorian.
other people have taken things too far and have made others say horrendous things, including slurs and other remarks without their consent. This traces back to what I was talking about earlier with the realism aspect of text-to-speech being worked on. In recent years, technology has gotten so advanced that we can't even distinguish real voices from artificial ones. While this was the goal from the start, it seems that inventors had overlooked the potential harm the device could eventually cause. The technology is still being worked on today, and with it becoming more and more human-like, I ask you, if the technology has gotten this advanced in under 80 years, what will the next 80 years look like? Will we ever be able to trust anything we hear again? I guess we'll have to wait and see. The future is inevitable, and unfortunately, it's forcefully bringing us with it. Okay, but Miku songs are really fire though.